with my Clarks. And then sometimes when I slide my foot into other shoes and there's not that adjustability, then there's break-in, period times, I'm like, aha, that's why.
And I love this. I love every shoe that we have because I see the value in every style. There's those beautiful pictures in the hallway right now at QVC, and you are wearing some sassy, fabulous shoes. I think shoes are the way that you can show your personality, whether you're like the Rosa Hall, kind of an understated elegance, or you want the fashion forwardness of the Nadine Ziva.
Yes.
We really have everything, and it's such a great way to show who you are.
And I think for a company that's almost 200 years old, I love how you guys are still setting trends like you are with the Rosa Hole that's brand new this season. I love this because for a featured price of $57.24, big fan of the goring that's right there near the toe box, which we'll talk about in just a second, but really sweet and sophisticated. This is going to be the white. This is our second white shoe of the show, and as you can see, I love the black breaking it up so it's not as harsh. Then we have your pewter, which you see right here. And I don't know, this just looks Grecian to me.
It does. It has that Roman-inspired
Like, where's
look
the guy
to
with
it.
the grape leaf to fan us, like Aaron Martin can't be here.
Yeah.
We've got to find somebody on set to bring us that. Our last color choice is going to be in the black. We've got medium and wide widths, whole and half sizes, 5 through 12. Really nice again. But I think that this one, more so than any other shoe in the show, so clean, so
Exactly. Sleek. It's so clean, it's so sleek, and yet it is unbelievably comfortable. We worked especially with the QVC buying team to create this shoe, and we knocked it out of the park. You do have the band in the front going up the center and then around your ankle and at the back, so it is technically a Gladiator-inspired shoe. But look where we've put all the stretch and all the
wonderful.
gore. This is truly a slip-on. There is no hardware, there is no buckle. All you're gonna do is slide right in, and again, put the back strap in position and it's gonna stay there. Let me just show you this back strap now with that incredible pillow of cushioning.
That is a pillow. That's a baby pillow on the back of your heel. And I have to give you guys credit of where you put the goring in for the stretch. Really matches up so nicely to the color of the shoe. And I think that, even though this doesn't have a buckle, when I wear some of my slides, I buckle it once and then I slide it in for the rest of the season.
And it has the DNA of a buckle because of those strategically placed elastic pieces. In the spring, in the winter, we saw a lot of boots. We had a Today Special value with that gore Chelsea boot. We also saw a lot of gore in the back of a shoe. That's a trend. That stretch is a trend, but it's also so purposeful and useful. And here we see it on. I absolutely love this shoe because it's clean, but my personal favorite feature is the dark footbed, because a lot of us, I get a little self-conscious if I really wear a shoe. You see my footprint, and it's okay, that's life. But because this has that darker footbed, that darker insole, you're not going to see the lines of your foot.
And why I appreciate that is because when you start to see that in your shoe closet, you don't go towards that shoe anymore.
Like, wow, I really wore that.
I really wore that shoe. But this one, again, with that amazing quality of Clarks that keeps coming back in that leather, again, the footbed, which you've been loving, the Rosa Hull. I'm going to call this my happy hour shoe. I mean, there's just not one place I don't want to wear this shoe. I like that you see Michelle. She's got on Lori Goldstein, a great little Susan Graver top. I love that Liz Claiborne New York dress that we're seeing with the white. I mean, this is kind of that silhouette that I feel like we've even been seeing a lot on the red carpet. It's that simple banding, but it's in an everyday wearable style in really 3 colors for the summer that you want to wear, the white, the pewter, or the black.
And I love the outsole. This Rosa was introduced about 2 years ago, two seasons ago, and it was a showstopper because look how it tapers. Look how it kind of just comes in ever so slightly. It's very architectural and architectural. Can't say it.
Well,
it's
now
got
I
a lot
can't
of
say
structure and shape. Wow, that was a hard word for me. It's also extremely flexible, but if you're someone, maybe you have the Liza and you love it, or the Lexi, but you want something just a little bit more substantial that has a little more grit underneath it. The Rosa is still by no means heavy, but it's just slightly a little more substantial because it's made of a polyurethane as opposed to an EVA.
Well, and you know something that I really appreciate about this shoe, and it kind of goes back to what do you do in warm weather? The fact of the matter is you have such a smaller living space inside your home than you do outside. That's just the fact. And when the weather's nice, you want to be outside. We're lucky enough in Pennsylvania, we're about an hour and a half away from the first beach town. So a lot of us go there on the weekends because it's just a short drive over. But maybe you live near a lake. Maybe you live near that country club or that outdoor space where the night starts off, you know, honey, let's go for a walk after dinner. You know, you want something that looks beautiful, that could be worn out to that night that you go out for seafood on the weekend, you know, the Memorial Day. But then when life becomes active, if you kind of decide to stop off the boardwalk, let's play a little putt-putt.
Yeah.
We can do that too.
Oh my God, you're making me so excited to move down here and like go for a walk at night.
What's that like
so
without all those horns and taxis in New York City?
Fabulous. And this is that shoe. Again, I'm such a selective shopper because I've always lived in small apartments that have so little room. Maybe you can only get one or two shoes this season because you do have limited space. This is the one that you can really dress up and down, and because again it's tonal stitching, especially in the black, because there's no contrast, I really think you can dress this up, wear these with your black slacks and a beautiful tank top with a shawl over it, and take it out for that cocktail dinner, or maybe you're invited to a beautiful summer wedding. This is that easy,
great wedding
versatile sandal. And again, we showed some higher wedges, we showed some medium wedges. This is a nice low heel height of about 1.25 inches.
Well, I want to let you know that the black is starting to get extremely limited. So if you could go to QVC.com, use automated ordering, that would be fabulous. There you're looking at the pewter, and I think, you know, from the front glance, if you didn't know any better and you didn't know Michelle, and we hadn't told you this was only just about 1 inch heel, you would assume that would be a higher heel silhouette, which I think is really cool, because so often you may want to wear a heel, but the reality is you can't, you know, they hurt, but then, you know, it just looks silly if you wear a heel.
I mean,
this is that really dress factor in a shoe that's like that effortless chic factor that so many women walk by and think, I don't know how she does it. This is how she does it. Which is pretty cool.
It's amazing. And I also think about all the prints we're seeing right now. Florals, beautiful kind of paisley prints, those Vera Bradley bags. You don't want a shoe that's going to compete. You want a shoe that's going to enhance.
Where do I look here? Do I look there? Do I look here? Do I look there? No, it just blends beautifully.